Are you struggling to figure out how to create your brand's identity? Well, here are 3 tips to help you get started. I'm John from Racer. Before we begin, we need to understand one thing. What is brand identity? In our last video, we outlined the differences between your brand and your brand identity. But in short, your brand identity consists of your visual elements of your brand, such as logos, colors, fonts, and visual designs. These communicate your brand's message to your customers visually. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to like the page, share this video, or tag a friend in the comments section if you think they can benefit from the tips in this video. Let's get into it. Creating and building your brand identity. So how would you go about creating yours? Well, as we always say, defining your brand's position is the first step. Knowing where you are positioned in your market will allow you to develop your brand identity in line with your core messages and target audience. Once you have established this, you can start to think about what kind of things your audience might be visually stimulated by and what kind of visual aesthetic fits with your message. For instance, are you attracting younger or older customers? Are they likely to be corporate, conservative, or will they be looking for something that breaks from the norm? If your company has a very serious message, let's face it, Comic Sans will not cut it. It's an extreme example, but at this stage, even the font you choose could have a detrimental effect on how new customers view your business. Are you starting your own accountancy or consultancy firm? To appear conventional and established, a serif font like Times, as opposed to a sans serif like Helvetica, may be a better choice. So number 2, an example of change in visual identity. At Racer, we have years of experience helping companies create brand identities in order to suit their business needs and to ensure they are appealing to their target market. Let's look at Beyond, for example, who, when they approached us, were called YK Joinery. YK Joinery specialised in high-end bespoke joinery and custom furnishings for homes. However, through the brand identity, they were not communicating this message effectively. Let's compare the logos. So which one shouts high-end home furnishing? I think we can all agree. With a slight change of wording, font face, use of colours and logo design, we were able to create a brand identity that resonated with their target audience. Notice how the adjustments are fairly small, yet the way that the brand is perceived by customers changes completely, and they are reassured that Beyond's quality of workmanship will not let them down. Number 3, maintaining and developing your brand identity. Once you have a strong and clear brand identity, you need to protect it. As your organisation grows and more people join, it will be subject to interpretation and possible distortion. The moment you are an employee, you may unintentionally use your logo differently in an email footer or letter header. You can begin to slowly chip away at your brand's identity. Therefore, having a set of brand identity guidelines will help. As mentioned in a previous video, this document would clearly define the rules of your brand identity, defining how the logo is constructed and how it should be used day to day in conjunction with other elements. The document should define colours and the typography used, as well as the tone of voice for photography and all kinds of communication. Having a brand guideline document is important, but you must ensure that it involves with the business. The core elements should never change, but the guidelines themselves should be constantly growing to cover new elements as the business develops new requirements. You may add new types of documents to your library or purchase a fleet of vehicles. These items should be added to the guide so that consistency is maintained. So there you have it. Those 3 things to consider when you're creating your brand's identity in 2020. And for all things Racer, head over to our website at racermarketing.co.uk or reach out to us on any of our social channels here. Remember, no risk, just reward, and it's guaranteed.